I'm Dr. Kristen R. Bromley. This video series, which is part of my online music academy, specifically accompanies Note Reading Book 3 from my Method book series. Like all my books, this selection is available to purchase through Amazon and Google Play. For help, see the links in the description below. In the videos which are part of this specific course, I progress through the lessons in Note Reading Book 3. With the book, you can work through all the songs and exercises, and in the process come to know the entire fretboard and master the skill of playing written notes all along the neck. Alright, let's get to jamming in this lesson. Hi, I'm Dr. Kristen Bromley. Welcome back. We are in lesson 16 that goes with Note Reading Book 3. So in this lesson, we are working on the keys of A flat major and F minor. We've done this sort of thing before, but to practice this, you would use the exercises from lesson 15, but change the key signature. So the key of A flat major has 4 flats. B flat, E flat, A flat, and D flat. But reading in this key really looks the same when we're looking at the notes on the page as reading in the key of A major, which has 3 sharps, or F sharp minor, also has 3 sharps. And that's because those pitches sit on those lines and spaces, and then they're sitting in the same place within the scale forms. The only difference is what position we're in. So for the key of A, for example, we're in 4th position playing scale form 1, but A flat we would be down in 3rd position. So our middle finger is on the 5th fret where we have the A, and then when we're in A flat, it's on the 4th fret, which is A flat. So, like I've mentioned before, it's not, in theory at least, terribly difficult to start reading in A flat when we've practiced reading in A, or vice versa. So we're going to use, in practicing this, you can use the same exercises. I'm just going to walk us through a little bit with the key of A flat. I'm not actually going to replay all the exercises from lesson 15, but that is how you work on it. If you want to work on reading in the key of A flat, you're just going to change the key signature. The difference in reading between the two keys is the accidentals. So sharps are sometimes added, for example, in the key of A, but in A flat we might have a natural sign where there'd be a sharp. So there's sometimes those accidentals don't line up. So when you're playing songs and exercises from the previous lesson and just changing the key signature, songs with accidentals, you'll either have to adapt or just skip over those ones. But let's go ahead and look at the scale forms here. So in the key of A flat major, scale form 1, the single octave, we've got that A flat at the 4th fret of the 6th string. So we've got scale form 1 there. 1 octave higher, up at the 11th fret on the 5th string, we have A flat there. We also have it on the 4th string at the 6th fret. That one requires the shift. We have it in the 1st fret on the 3rd string. And with that we could do the 13th fret, an octave higher. So that's scale form 1. Scale form 2, we've got our pinky on the A flat. Now with this one, you'd actually have to use the open string to play it there in that range. But we've got it up the octave. So if my pinky's at the 16th fret on the 6th string, we've got it there. We've got it at the 11th fret with the pinky on the 5th string. And we've got it at the 6th fret on the 4th string. So there's the single octaves, and we can use the single octave exercises from the previous lesson to practice reading with those. For F minor, we've got clear down on the 1st fret, we've got scale form 1. Of course we can do that one up the octave at the 13th fret. On the 5th string, we're at the 8th fret. On the 4th string, we're at the 3rd fret. On the 3rd string, we're at the 10th fret. With the alternate forms, I got my pinky on the 13th fret of the 6th string. and then at the 8th fret of the 5th string, and at the 15th fret of the 4th string. So that's how those work. And we can reuse the exercises. You've got the directions there on page 137 for the different options that you could use, but basically you can read it in all the ways that you can read it within the range. So whatever octave the exercise is in, whatever options you have on the neck, in that range you can use. Okay, let's look over on page 138. We've got the positional forms. Now, position 1 can be practiced in as long as you use the open string for the G natural. So, in A flat major, I got my pinky on the A flat at the 4th fret, and I start with scale form 2. Then I got scale form 1, going back to scale form 2, and then I have just that little piece of scale form 1 on the bottom. And of course, I could start on the F, the low F, and have the F minor. So if you want to practice in that position, you've got to use that open string. But in position 3, we got that middle finger on the A flat, starting with scale form 1, then we go to scale form 2, we got that piece of scale form 1 on top, coming back down. We have just a teeny bit of scale form 2 there on bottom. And of course we could start with the F, that's with our index finger at the 3rd fret on that 4th string, and play the F minor. Then we have positions 6 and 7, so with my middle finger on the A flat on the 4th string at the 6th fret, start with scale form 1, then I got a piece of scale form 2, and then I have a piece of scale form 2 on bottom. So I'd have that position there. The next position up, I got my pinky with the A flat. I should mention in the other one, you could start on the F minor and play the F that's 8th fret of the 5th string and play that position with the minor scale. But the next one up, with my pinky on the A flat at the 11th fret on the 5th string, I've got this scale form here. So it starts with scale form 2. We have a piece of scale form 1 on top, then we're back to scale form 2 as we come down, and a piece of scale form 1 on bottom. Then the next position, I've got my middle finger there on that 11th fret, and I've got scale form 1, a piece of scale form 2, then we're back to scale form 1 as we come down, and I got a piece of scale form 2. And of course I could start with the F there on the 13th fret of the 6th string and play F minor. Now, there aren't exercises to read in it, but technically you could do an octave higher from the first position option, and I've got my pinky on the A flat at the 16th fret, and I have scale form 2, then scale form 1, and then just a little bit of scale form 1 there. So that one exists as well, and you could actually read in that, but you're going to have to adapt what part of the previous lesson you're using in to actually practice reading in that, because it's not set up in those positions since we didn't read in the key of A. Clear up one position higher than that. So up in the 14th position, we didn't read there. Okay, so let's look at it just for a minute on how this works. If you've done it before, you kind of know, but if we flip back to page 118, where we're in lesson 15, if I just change that key signature from exercise 1 from A major to A flat, so 4 flats, B flat, E flat, A flat, and D flat, I can read this exercise and practice reading in the key of A flat. So if you need help, want to work on the key of A flat, then which is a key that we read in sometimes, you've got these exercises, you just got to change that key signature. So I'm going to go ahead and do number 1 so we can practice it and kind of see how that works together, but I won't play the rest of them. I'll just leave you to practice that at your discretion. And I can say you could even skip this lesson altogether. These lessons could be skipped. You could go back to it later, but that's up to you. But I'm going to go ahead and play number 1. So you're going to have 1 and 2 and ready and go and... So that's how that works, and you can use those exercises as you need to. There's directions in lesson 16. All right, hope you're having a great time with the guitar. Take care, we'll see you again. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. For help with other guitar playing skills, check out more of my method books and the numerous lessons available as part of my online academy here on YouTube. You can find more information about me and my products at kristenbromley.com. Take care.